Set now for the two-section final in the women's 200 meters. Abby Steiner with the collegiate record set at the SEC meet. The meet record as well from last year. And then Gabby Thomas has a tie of that meet record. As I mentioned, two sections. You can win the race from either section. And in section one, we are looking at Rashida Adeleke from Texas.
I had a great talk with Rashida yesterday, and she said all she's got to do is just keep her form in this 200. She's out in lane 6, and these curves are a little bit tight. She is so tall and has such a long stride length. So stride frequency and form is key for her. And then in lane 5, right behind her, Anavia Battle, who had the 3rd fastest qualifying time in the prelims. Also a Tokyo Olympian at 200 meters, finishing 3rd at the U.S. Olympic trials. And she is so blazing fast, and she runs extremely smooth. Of all of the qualifiers, including Abby Steiner, the smoothest running form is from Anavia Battle, Ohio State.
All the way in lanes, 1 lap up the track, running for time. Of Texas coming back from a disappointing 60 meters with redemption on her mind, and Anavia Battle in front of her.
Look at the stride pattern of Anavia Battle, the turnover and the frequency. Even with kinesio tape on that left hamstring, she takes the curve perfectly. You want to make sure your shoulders stay up tall and you don't lean down to the end of the track. Battle winning the first section and establishing the time to beat at 22:63. That is the time the second section will be shooting for, so the Olympian delivers out of lane 5. I'm actually a little surprised at that time because she got such a good start on the right side of your screen in the gray and maroon. Look at how she closes. Her front side running mechanics are so good. You've got to keep your hips up tall, and you want to make sure that your shoulders are also up. You don't want to lean coming off of that curve. You just want to lean at the tape. So Battle establishing the time to beat at 22:63. Rashida Adeleke gets second at 22:88. Then Owens and Alfred.
2:63. There's a difference between the time to beat and the person to beat. As you look at Abby Steiner, her American record performance at the SEC Championship, that produced gasps from the crowd, from the announcers, from Abby Steiner.
That honestly was kind of more than I ever expected myself to do at SECs. I think that going into that race, I was really just focused on defending my title for the 3rd year in a row. And I wanted to get the American record, but I didn't think that I was going to get it by that much.
Now she's running against the clock. 22:08. She crushes the record.
What did I tell you? Look at the reaction.
22:09 it corrects to. That's an amazing time.
Those photos were right after I looked back at the clock and saw that it said 22:09. That honestly was kind of more than I ever expected myself to do at SECs. I figured it was something good, but I definitely surprised myself.
This young lady has come back from a season-ending injury last year, and she has just been relentless. She told me that her execution was very good in that American record, but she can get better here. The key in this race for her on this track, because of the curves and straights, she's got to keep her form on the backstretch.
Steiner is the defending champion, and she does not have a slow competitor outside of her in lane 6 in favor of Ophelia. She'll make a great rabbit. Davis in 3, Flannel in 4, Steiner in 5, Ophelia in 6.
Great start for Steiner, and right here, all she's got to do is stay active up this bank. You've got to re-accelerate and then stay tall and relax and turn over off the bottom.
Steiner off the turn first, running for the finish line. 22:36 the time to beat. 22:63, I should say. 22:15 which is an incredible time on this track. 22:16 it corrects to.
And she becomes the first back-to-back champion since Kimberlyn Duncan from LSU did it back in 11, 12, and 13. The start from Abby Steiner is everything, but right here, because of these straights, she wanted to keep her form, and she does. The acceleration and the activeness that she can keep up this curve is so textbook. And we've talked all the time about frontside running mechanics. Look at Abby Steiner's knees, her hips, her chest, everything is underneath her. That was sensational.
22:16 gives her the meet record outright, no longer in a tie with Gabby Thomas. So she defends her title successfully. Favor Ofili in getting second in that section. Also gets second overall with that 22:50 with the second fastest time. And Abby is downstairs with John.
Yes, it's no longer Gabby and Abby in the records book. It's just Abby alone with the collegiate meet record here in the national championship. We talked a little bit. Tell me about having Ofili out in lane 6 and how it helps.
Yeah, she's such a great competitor. It's really nice having someone to chase. She definitely pulls me along the backstretch. She gets out really well, so it's awesome having her there.
We love to live in the moment, but you got an outdoor season coming. How excited are we that, oh my gosh, I'm going to go on that?
I'm so excited. I'm finally healthy. The pandemic's calming down, so I finally get my chance. I'm really looking forward to it.
Big things to come after a big night here in Birmingham. Abby Steiner, congratulations.